News Talk 640 WFNC. Got our podcast going right now. Podcast is on my favorite podcast page, my Facebook page, and also on my YouTube page. Toni King's on camera right now, and we're switching over to Dunkin' Donut Man. Coming, Brandon Price with his product placement. Free advertisement. That's it. No,
Sorry about that.
Nothing wrong with that. Doesn't cost anything extra. We're all just kind of doing our things here. My camera's falling off the hoop right there. I'm bringing all three of us on camera right now, and here we are, all three of us here, happily ever after. Let me turn your mic on.
With his star power, we can't give away free advertisement, right?
Yeah.
That might be a deal, Gilbert.
Oh.
Well, as I hook up the official microphone, we should still be picking up pretty good in here. Give us a synopsis of why we're here.
Well, for starters, tomorrow we are celebrating the Home is Where the Heart Is event with Fayetteville Area Habitat for Humanity, raising funds to help us continue our mission of providing safe, affordable housing in our community, tackling critical home repairs for low-income families, and also teaching youth in our community the trades through our trade program and through our construction camp. And so those last two programs I just mentioned, the critical home repairs, it comes at no cost to families and homeowners, and neither does the trade days or construction camp. So,
but you got the special guest. How'd you hook that up? That's what I was getting ready to ask you before the commercials. How did that happen?
I call those God moments. You know, we shoot from the. And so the thing is, I don't want to take credit for something that God put together. So I want to be careful not to do that. But we've been, it's of course something that we put out there, and we just received some positive feedback from, and so we just kind of hit the ground running. Her and her team has been amazing to work with, and we're really excited about her agreeing to come to this area. I think she's been here one other time, and I think that was in 1984 as a part of Bob Hope. And
wow, is it been that
doing-
long?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the Fayetteville Observer reported on this, so that's not even something that we even knew when we talked about. But I'm excited about her being here, because if you ever hear her talk about growing up and how much she moved around as a young kid, it really resonates with the mission of Habitat, really. And I want to spoil it for those that are coming to be in attendance, that will be able to hear it directly from her. But she has a story, and I think it needs to be told.
Okay, and Your Honor, you are excited about this as well, because we talked about this before we went live on our podcast, that she was like a role model for a lot of black women during that time period.
Yes. I was a fan of A Different World, all of those different shows that really centered around family and more so around minority families. And again, she just emulated that position of a professional woman, a professional family that raised kids just like you. The kids that were raised up on that show weren't raised in a manner to feel like they were above anyone. So you really could feel like you were a part of that. And like, you know, you could have been Vanessa, or you could have been those different characters, and that Felicia Rashad was like your TV mom. I mean, that's the best way I can explain it.
We were just talking about whether tickets are available. Talk about that and how people can get them if there are a few left.
So there, I haven't checked the ticket counter this morning. Ashley hasn't emailed me yet, but if there are any tickets available, there you could get them on our website at www.fayettevillenchabitat.org. We still had a few tickets left yesterday when I left the office, but they were moving pretty quickly, and so we are anticipating a sold-out crowd. So we're really excited about that, and we're really excited, really, because she epitomized, you know, what it meant to be a black female professional, especially in the entertainment world. She never compromised, even on any of her roles that we've seen over the last 40 years. She's not compromised who she was or what she's represented, and in many ways, I liken Judge King to her.
Well, you know, a lot of those shows in the '90s, like Living Single, for example, which was produced by Yvette Bowser, who just happened to be married to my cousin Bowser from Philadelphia, and it was amazing when I saw his name. Kyle on that show is named after my cousin Kyle. Kyle Bowser.
Wow.
And so that
was another great show.
Yes, exactly. So, but I'm just pointing out the fact that you have these individuals who put those shows together with a different perspective about the black community and success.
Yes.
in terms of role models and mentors. And that was huge, and that's why it's significant that Felicia Rashad is coming tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, and one of the things I always try to share, especially because we deal in the housing sector, for so long, poverty has been so associated with being black, and that's not the black experience. That's not everyone's black experience. We can't box all black people together and say all black people are Democrats, or all black people are Republicans, or all black people are Christian, or all black people, whatever those things are. There are so many different shades of what it means to be black that one person's black experience is just their experience. And so you can't box that into any one grouping. And so I think that it's important that we saw a mother, a black mom on television in the early 90s to give us something to strive to become and to be, and that these things was possible. This wasn't just TV for us. Felicia Rashad meant so much to so many and still does.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look, we wish you much success with the program tomorrow. I think that's automatic. It's going to be at the Botanical Garden, just a wonderful place to get out there and enjoy a show or whatever it might be. And if there's a possibility for us to talk with her, you'll let us know.
Yeah.
And you know, you'll be able. Some people are going to get pictures with her and that type of thing, with like the VIP thing. That's which is pretty typical when you have an event like this.
Yes, sir.
And don't forget, if it's $125, it's not to see Felicia Rashad. It's to help Habitat for Humanity. And if you lose sight of that and say, "Oh my gosh, this is too expensive," you've lost sight of why this is all happening. Correct?
Yeah, absolutely, and we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right, you're listening to News Talk 640 WFNC. We appreciate our guests in studio right now. Right now, we're going to go to local news with CBS 17.
Good morning from the CBS 17 newsroom. I'm Bill Young. More than 1,000 soldiers from Fort Bragg's 82nd Airborne Division are expected to deploy to the Middle East. It comes as the U.S. is sending 5,000 troops to the region. That is on top of the more than 50,000 already deployed, despite reported negotiations. Governor Stein announced a $1.5 million grant to expand what is called the Law Enforcement Assisted Diversion Program, otherwise known as LEAD. It's an effort to connect people experiencing addiction with